guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an Ariana Grande inspired look from her music video Side to Side. Now in the past a couple people said that I look a little bit like her, and I watched her music video and I thought, well, you know what, I would like to give it a go. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, then please keep watching. So as usual, I'm starting off with my brows, and I'm using this brow kit from Rimmel London just on this angle brush from MAC, and I am shaping my brows with the waxier side, and then I am just setting it all into place with the powder. She has slightly thicker brows than I do in the video, so I'm just getting the shape that I like, and then I'm just rounding them off at the front as that's what hers were like. Then I'm using some tape just to create a nice sharp line, and I'm prepping my eyes with my Revlon Photo Ready Primer, and then using the Wet n Wild contouring palette, I'm just using the powdered side to set that into place. And I couldn't find any kind of pink cream base or anything really, so I'm just using this blusher from Sleek. It's a cream blush, and I'm just popping that all over the lid. And then once I've done that, I'm taking this lovely burgundy pink colour from Makeup Forever and this fluffy brush from MAC, using it to buff through the crease, on the lid, everywhere. I'm just smoking it out and blending it out until I've got the kind of desired effect that I'm after. So you can just keep building until you've got the intensity that you like. Then I'm going in with the fluffy brush that we use to set our eye makeup, just to make sure that we've got a really nice gradient, and then back in with the fluffy brush again, just to make sure everything is nicely blended. After I've done that, I'm going in with this more shimmery shade, kind of coppery pink from Rimmel London, just on the inner corner and then the first kind of inner third of my eye. After I've done that, I'm going in with this nice burgundy shade from my MAC Warm Neutrals palette, just on the outer corner. I'm using a pencil brush to do this, and then I'm blending it out, and I'm just kind of doing that until I've got the desired effect that I'm after. I will put all of the brushes and everything that I'm using in the description below. Then I'm going back in with the Makeup Forever shadow, just to make sure I'm just basically touching up with all of the shadows, just to make sure that everything is at the intensity that I like, and of course blending it all together. Just mixing these two shadows again from the MAC palette just to highlight my brow bone, and of course again blending it all out. After that, I'm going to use my trusty Poundland liquid liner just to create a standard wing, and because we've got the tape there, it's going to make it nice and easy and cheat us that really nice sharp fierce wing. Then I'm just removing the tape. Moving on to the skin, I am just prepping my skin with this Sleek Control Shine and Prime Primer. And for foundation, I'm using my Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour, and I'm using my Real Techniques Diamond Sponge. Just, you've seen me put foundation on thousands of times, so I'm just buffing that all into the skin. And moving on to concealer, I am using the Wet n Wild Coverall Concealer. This was the first time I ever used it. I managed to pick up some Wet n Wild products when I was away in Spain, and I thought it was more of a sheer coverage than I am used to with a concealer, so I did have to build up a little bit, but it was okay. It was alright. I'll have to see and work with it a little bit more and see kind of how I get on with it in the future, but as a first impressions it wasn't too bad. So I'm just popping that in all the places that I'd like to conceal and then blending it with a sponge. Next up, I am just going to use my Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch. As you can see, it is very well used, and I'm using that to make sure that the wing is really nice and sharp and the shape that I like, just because I found that with a sponge it was difficult to get into those areas under the eye, so I'm just using that to tidy up any areas that I wanted to. And after that, setting that all into place with the powder that we use to set our eyes. And I'm just setting the concealer. Moving on to contour, I'm using the contour shade from this Wet n Wild contouring palette. This is a really pigmented palette, so be careful and definitely use a light hand and build with it. She had really nice chiseled cheekbones, so I'm just building up the contour there and in any other areas that I usually would. And then I'm just blending it all together using my Real Techniques blush brush. And to bronze up everything a little bit more, I have got a frog in my throat. What the hell? I am using this, okay, we're just going to roll with this frog. I don't know what's going on. I'm using this shimmery bronzer from Poundland and this lovely big fluffy brush from Primark. I'm just using that to bronze up the skin a little bit more, as she has a little bit more of a deeper skin tone than I do. And I'm using this Wet n Wild blusher for the first time, and it is a nice shimmery, not too pink shade, so I thought it would work really well with the look. And I'm highlighting with my MUA highlighter, just in all the usual places that you would highlight. Back to the eyes, I'm just softly using the shade that we used to contour under the eye. She didn't look like she had a huge amount under the eyes. And then again with the berry kind of shade that we used on the outer corner, just to define the outer corner a little bit more. And I don't think she had any liner on her waterline, but I am just going to tight line to make it look a little bit more dramatic and lightly take it on my waterline, but focus it a little bit more on the outer corner. And pop some mascara on my bottom lashes. I am loving this one. This is from 17 and it's their Super Lash. It's got like some extra fibre in there as well, and it really accentuates your lashes. I love it. I'm popping some falsies on. Moving on to the lips, I'm using this lip liner from Poundland just to line my lips and then slightly fill them in. And finishing off with this lovely matte lipstick from Maybelline, and I'm just popping that all over the lip to finish. So I hope you guys enjoyed this side to side Ariana Grande inspired look. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a like for more inspired videos in the future, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! If one day you wake up and find that you're missing me, and your heart starts to wonder where on this earth I can